That was a sloppy one. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. That was not my best playing of shipping up to Boston. I'm also gonna miss being home. This is the last into the den I record before going back to school on Monday. Anyway, Bruins fans, it is not again because that is an exhilarating 4-3 victory over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Move aside Rangers game that I've been talking about for the past 2 months of the most fun game this season. This game, this game was the most fun game that the Bruins have played all season because this was the quintessential original six matchup. It had fun goals. It had strong physical play. It had chippiness. It even had matching 10-minute misconduct penalties, which I honestly can't say. I honestly can't tell when's the last time I've seen that in a Bruins game. But time to talk about stuff that happened before the games. First of all, after the performance on Thursday, Joona Koppanen got sent back down to the AHL, not as a means to bring anybody else up, but AJ Greer, who was listed as day to day before the who was listed as day to day, he ended up playing tonight. So Koppanen got sent back down to just to make the money work, or the roster work, I guess. Second of all, this was a game that going in, I felt like we had to win, not just to prevent ourselves from losing two in a row for the first time all season. Which, by the way, we are more than halfway through the season, and the Bruins have not lost two in a row all season. Please don't let me jinx that. Please don't let me jinx that. But not just because of that, but because due to various circumstances, such as the scheduling in 2019-2020 being so weird that the Bruins played the Leafs 3 times in the first month, and those are the only 3 times we played the Leafs all that season. Due to those circumstances, the Bruins have not beaten the Leafs since the calendar year of 2019. And also because we kind of got our asses swept the entirety of last season. But you know what? That's in the past. Tonight we focus on only tonight. And tonight we're wearing the Winter Classic jerseys. I'm not gonna lie. The Winter Classic jerseys have grown on me a little bit. I think that the lettering is still a little bit wonky. I still think that that's the major issue with it. That might be not that great. But other than that, but the rest of the jersey looks impeccable. The rest of the jersey is amazing and if the lettering across the front was not like this weird Comic Sans-esque type thing, I would like the I think that these Winter Classic jerseys would be in my top 5 favorite Bruins jerseys of all time. Not to say that Comic Sans is bad, by the way. I'm just saying that it doesn't fit the style of the rest of the it doesn't really fit the style of the rest of the jersey. Even though Meth Bears is right there. I mean, come on. I know he's faded there, but look, I love Meth Bear. But anyway, first period, puck drops, and already off the bat, we are in for a fun one because the Bruins are on a little bit of a tear, and including an opportunity that Coyle passes to Marchand on the far post, and Matt Murray absolutely robs him. This game was absolutely felt in the goalies, and and both Matt Murray and Linus Ullmark made some of the most amazing saves that I've seen in across the NHL recently in this game alone. So off the bat, you know that this game is going to be fun, especially when shortly afterwards we get a fighting major between between the drunk uncles of both teams. Nick Foligno and Wayne Simmons just going at it in what is also probably the most fun fight of the season. Like, this is a fight that stays like 1 minute, and it's not like a freaking flurry. It is just both of these guys just making sure that the refs don't interfere, and they are just going to town on each other, like slowly and calculated. It is fun, and this game remains fun throughout the first period, except for the fact that McAvoy ends up tripping Cal Yarncroc, and Tavares makes a beautiful, honestly one of the most, honestly a really high IQ play, because is everybody's understandably cheating a little bit towards Matthews just to make sure that he doesn't get any opportunity, and like 10 feet behind in Matthews there's Michael Bunting right there in the slot, and Tavares cheats towards Matthews, and then passes to Bunting up the middle to put the Leafs up 1-0 pretty early on in the game. It's frustrating, but that's what happens. Anyway, remember those really fun saves that I remember telling you about that Ullmark was making? Well, he makes some really good ones, especially one where he is pretty much throwing his stick to make sure that Mitch Marner does not score on him, and it just is carefully careens into the corner boards, but it doesn't matter because the puck's all the way on the other side of the ice. The puck ends up on Morgan Rielly's stick, and he just completely whiffs on it, and it goes right to Brad Marchand, who curves around and passes to Marchand up the passes to Bergeron up the gut, and right to and that ends up tying the game at 1. It ends a little bit later. I'm a little bit confused as to why the Bruins are outshooting the Leafs 15-5, but the game is tied. I don't know. It just made me a little bit uneasy that this was what was happening. And the second period, we're not going to talk about the beginning because I'm going to save that for a little bit later. All I'm going to say about it right now is that I really want the league to take a look at it. Anyway, for the second Toronto goal, Pierre Engvall, the fastest giraffe in the NHL, as Steve Dangle said on Watch a Hockey Game with Steve Dangle. I did not actually watch it. I just saw the Twitter clip that was put up on Twitter a little bit ago. That dude is like 6'5", 6'6". He leans in a way that makes I think McAvoy and Lindholm cheat to one side, and he just jukes them back towards the center, and shoots, and it just trickles past Ullmark to put the Leafs up 2-1. Like, I know in hockey it's called a deke, but that's not a deke. That is a straight up football juke. That's like going this. That's like cheating. That's like stutter stepping this way and then just bursting through the open slot. Funny, this game ended up being better than both the Niners Seahawks game and the Jags Chargers game is happening today. Really? You throw 3 picks in the first period, in the first quarter, Trevor? Doesn't matter. Because What matters is the second goal for the Bruins, because it's kind of like the one that that Bunting scored off of Tavares. If Tavares ended up being the one who scored, because Connor Timmins completely flubs a pass to the neutral zone and passes it there to take it. He has Marchand on the far post, and he's looking past Matt Murray to Marchand. Murray sees this. Murray notices this and is cheating that way, and then and Pasta. Pasta. Pasta just gave him the sauce and 5-holed him and put to tie the game at 2. And then we get a certified hat pick. And if this does not end up in hat picks, I do not know. Then Steve Dangle is freaking blind. Because what happens is David Kempf is passing the ice, is passing the puck from the boards to Mark Giordano, who's about where Pasta usually is. He tries to shoot, and Taylor Hall, third line left wing, also emergency E-bug, just sticks it, just falls down and sticks his stick out to clear the puck. It goes right back to Giordano. And Allmark, oh my God, Linus Allmark, the absolute beauty of a man, and sticks his glove out into the like right behind the post, and his forearm ends up blocking the shot. That is a Tim Thomas like save. That is the type of save that Tim Thomas would have made in the 2011 playoffs. I guarantee you that. A beautiful, beautiful save of Allmark without his stick, and still ending up in the paddle save emporium. And it goes the other way. AJ Greer goes for the fourth line, putting in work again. The fourth line, absolutely amazing. The fourth line was pretty good this game. I really think that the middle six absolutely shine in this game. This was the game in the middle six. And on the Leafs, I have to give special mention to that top six, especially the second line of it was Yarncroke, Tavares, and Marner. That was their second line, and honestly, it was a really hard line to defend against. I think that might be a line that Sheldon Kiefer visits, and it's when they if they make it to the playoffs. Although I don't know why Alex Kerfoot is the fourth line center. What's up with that? Also, I'm saying if they make it to the playoff, as if they aren't the second place team in the entire NHL. Now third, I think. Afterwards, Coyle ends up going for tripping Alex Kerfoot, and the Bruins are really good on the penalty kill. Well, we get 2 odd man rushes, including one where between Marchand and Zacha, where Marchand shoots Murray saves it, but the puck deflects to Zacha. He has a wide open shot. He hits the post. No, Zacha, you're supposed to score there. I know that we ended up winning this game. You are supposed to score there. It would have been dope. It would have made the game a lot more, even more fun than it already was. You are supposed to score there. You were supposed. Anyway, Matt Murray ends up stonewalling the Leafs to ish to the end of the period, and AJ Greer and Wayne Simmons are none too pleased with each other. They are trying to start shit after the whistle's already been blown for the end of the second period, and this would result in a 10-minute misconduct penalty for both sides. Anyway, third period starts. It's Greer and Simmons are both in the box for 10 minutes, and Matthews, Austin Matthews, I want to know, do you like baseball? You grew up in Arizona. You probably went to a D-backs game or something like that. How impactful was baseball on your life? Because this goal was pure baseball. Man's bats the puck out of the air into right center field, aka the right corner from his perspective. If Matthews and Bunting are not Matthews, Marner and Bunting are there trying to muck up the puck from McAvoy and Lindholm, and they get it out, and Matthews is right there to just dangle Olmark and chip it up past him for the 3-3 tying goal. Anyway, nothing really much happens. I mean, a lot of stuff happens, but it's more so just like I want to get to the end right now. Oh, I want to get to the end real quick. Marner ends up going for tripping. The Leafs end up killing it. I think that the Bruins could have scored there. And after they didn't score on the power play, I'm like, great, we're gonna lose this one. But we didn't. We didn't lose this one. And instead, we go into the Ford F-150 Final Five, which is one of my least favorite phrases of all time. I do not like going into the Ford F-150 Final Five because I feel like the Bruins always play weirdly bad in the last 5 minutes of the game. Or maybe that was just, or maybe it's just trauma from last year. I hope to God that I'm not talking too fast for you guys. Anyway, with like a minute and a half left, Carlo with the puck forechecks it up to Hall, who's pretty much who's at like the end of the left face-off circle. Tries to squeeze it past Murray on a shot. It gets deflected. It gets deflected off the pads. It ricochets off the end, off the boards. Grzelcyk all alone fires and scores. I don't want to hear another word about Matt Grzelcyk underperforming. Not one more word, because not only do I think that he played in pretty solid defense this game, he got the game-winning goal. He got the game-winning goal. 4-3. The only other thing that really happens is after the Leafs pull Matt Murray, Marchand takes the puck with like 15 seconds left, and and I think it's Morgan Riley that's in front of him, trying to squeeze it past him, doesn't have any angle and just gives it away. I think he could have been aggressive there, Marchand, and just taken the shot. I get that this also kind of killed time, but also you could have just probably shot it right through his legs. Anyway, let's talk about the thing that I put off from the beginning of the second period. Michael Bunting ends up kicking Trent Frederick, and not as in other legs end up colliding, and not as in other skates end up bumping into each other. No, this dude literally picks up his leg and kicks Frederick in the back of the leg. Like, what? Like, I know this league doesn't give out slew footing penalties. I know this league doesn't give out slew footing suspensions all too often anymore. I think the last one I really saw was that time Marchand got suspended for 3 games for slew footing all over Ekman Larson last season. But at the same time, I don't really think that. But at the same time, is that not something that you could be called for? You know what you wear in You know what you wear in hockey? You wear knife shoes. Knife shoes so knifey that stomping on Evander Kane's wrist has pretty much taken him out for the rest of the season. I really hope that the league just takes one quick look at this. I know it was kind of just not really that. I know it wasn't really that much of a kick. I know that it was sort of just a little tap, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know. Like, honestly, the more I talk about this kick, the more stupid it sounds. I think I just wanted an excuse to call this episode Bunting Punting. And that's where we're gonna leave it off for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been 100 Becks. Like button, and like button, channel. Well, most recent video, twitch.tv and Tampa Bay Thrives. I will see you guys again on Monday in my dorm. Take care.